Good day to all. Welcome to World's Town FC. My name is Mark and I will be your steward today. And today I will be shepherding you through my second video of the series, which will probably, I don't even know what I'm going to call it, but I'll leave that for when the when the series is finished and when I upload it. So this will be pretty much another tip on Football Manager, just tips in general, stuff like that about this video's topic, which is going to be on players that you have on your team. Unfortunately, my team is full of regens by now. It's called a term. It's a term that Football Manager players use. I think it's a abbreviation for regeneration. Something like that. It's pretty much when every year you have a youth intake. Of course, they don't have like real full-time updates of youth players. So the game's engine produces youth players, and from what I've read, I think on FM Scout, it's a great third-party site. Passion for FN, as in the letter four, not letter, number, for FM. Those sites, third-party sites, have pretty good info. Check that out. You'll find out a lot about Football Manager. So yeah, my team's stacked with regens. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, if I try to show too much about that, and my team's pretty faked out in terms of editor usage. Um, I mean, yeah. So players, you gotta look after you choose a team. Say, for example, like me, I chose Dortmund. Of course, none of these players are original Dortmund players, unfortunately. I don't think any of them are even academy. Well, there are academy players that I personally changed up and changed their names or whatnot to funny names. I don't think any one of them is a... Oh, there's one academy player, but his stats were artificially boosted because my tutor that I tutored Martin watched her with was like insane stats. Don't believe anyone was a natural academy player that I left untouched. That originated from Dortmund. I believe not. Okay. But anyway, you want to look at the players. For example, how many goalkeepers do you have? I have two right now. I don't really care to have any more than two on my first team. Look at defenders. What type of defenders do you have? Are they versatile, or are they just like defenders that can only play centrally? Look at wingbacks, fullbacks, whatever you want to call them. Depends where you play them at. Type of, like, I guess, I don't know how you call it, a characteristic of the fullback. What else is there? Oh yeah, defensive midfielders, central midfielders, wide midfielders, attacking midfielders, strikers, stuff of that nature. It's very important to keep that in mind, how you're going to build a tactic through the players. Um, what else is there? I don't think they grade you too much on any specific part of the players. Let me check on my profile. Where is it at? Here it is. Yeah. Here's my profile. USA, born in August 8th, 1975. You just ignore that. It's just some fake stuff that I created. Yeah, so there's this one thing. I mean, some things that deal with players, such as tactical consistency, hands-on approach, managing finances. That's not too important to the players. Handling team discipline. Always give warnings to players that get ejected from the game, red cards. I don't find anyone unless they repeatedly get red cards, which never happens. Loyalty to players is this season around. I haven't really sent anyone out, sold anyone, so yeah, it's pretty high right now. Domestic player bias, still like 10%. I don't really have. I mean, I don't particularly have a loyalty to the domestic players, to be honest. like my YouTube channel named World Town. I'm more about world based. So if we can look at my team, pretty much full of American players. Although that's because my editor. I have a couple Germans here and there. This guy was originally French. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Diogenes Kozny. He's originally French, as you can see. Guadeloupean French. He became German because I I bought him from Montpellier. I don't even know how to pronounce that in French. In 2019, so it's been 6 years and he's got his citizenship. So yeah, there's that. I bought him for 16 mil, and he's worth a lot now because he plays a lot. Let's a regen, obviously, so it tells from his generic face. He's a pretty impactful player. I don't acquire players that have no future, no potential. This guy had potential, so I threw the money, and it's better than throwing money at an old guy who's really good and declines. I'd rather have a guy who has potential and he can grow. Yeah, so there's a Japanese player, Belgians. I'm a big fan of Belgians. As you can see, 3 Belgians on the first team. But yeah, Netherlands, Memphis. I changed his name, Memphis Depay, since it doesn't like his last name. Call him Memphis. He's 31 now. I acquired him 2014. I think I waited half a year for 44.5 mil, and he's produced a lot of goals, which is indirectly related to my works on the editor. I never edited his stats, but like he's surrounded by players that are really good, so clearly he'll score more goals, right? Am I right? But yeah, just check out the players. It's very essential to having a good squad is to have strong players. Know them, know their stats. You know, like this guy, Matteo Bertrand. I acquired him from AS Monaco FC for 40 mil, I think. This is going to be like 60 mil with add-ons. Maybe 40, I don't remember. I think it's like somewhere around there. He didn't want to join, but I just wanted to get a good regen keeper instead of cheating all the time. Yeah, he's a decent player. He's only 19. He has like 17 one-on-ones, 18 reflexes, and if you didn't know, the stats, all these stats are out of 20. So I'm not sure about the outfield rating, but in terms of the goalkeeping, mentals, technicals, which is goalkeeping, physical stats, they're all out of 20. So yeah, you need to know your players. It's like for example, you need to look at your second team. My second team is loaded with decent players. This is like my one guy that I got from the academy, although Julian Muller. Although the only reason I got a good academy player is because I changed the head of youth development's in-game stats. I changed them all at like 20s just to see what happened if I actually had a good head of youth development, and he was the first product was Julian Muller. Unfortunately, the other ones are nowhere as good. It's a real shame. Okay, what else is there? Yeah, that's about it for that. And there's also the youth academy, the under 19s. Who do you got? I have crap, unfortunately. I bought some French players to hopefully break the horrendous academy intakes over and over again. It's just a shame. It's a real shame anyway. So yeah, there's nothing too much I don't want to blab on, chat too much about players, but essential to know them, what they're good at, what they're bad at, are they reliable or not. Let's go to my first squad. Let's say choose this guy, Kozny guy, and look at his ports. You know, you want to see what their current ability is. World class. You want to see are they determined or not. Dressing room thing. It's determination. I like high determination players. It's just a personal preference. What their personality is. What are they best at? What is their best attribute? You know, are they doing well in training, consistency, versatility, international experience, stuff of that nature you want to know. Pros and cons. Hopefully FM 2016 will have a more, I don't know how you'd say it, a more friendly, maybe a more in-depth scout report of your own players, which would be nice. The star thing is very misleading. 2 stars is just because I have a editor. I edited a player who has essentially world class. Where is he at? But yeah, anyway, and this is not the one. This is a regen that I never really changed stats on. Never touched the stats. Yeah, this guy's world class. He's 2.5 star for some reason. That's okay. Doesn't matter. The stars are It's kind of like what your coach views on your team in terms of the best player to the worst player, or to whoever that is, to whoever it is. Like this guy's right in the middle. He's really good. I think he's underrated. Coaches, coaches do whatever they want. I don't really care what they want, what they do, as long as I can read the pros and cons. The star thing means nothing to me. It only means something if you're like going through thousands of regens, but besides that, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just like a very simplistic current ability, potential ability type of deal. I personally look at stats, to be honest. I think that matters way more. And their work rate, where is that? Oh, their versatility, that's really important. Their consistency, that's also important. But besides that, the stars don't mean much. Yeah, that's about it. Players, always want to know how old they are. I don't really have old guys on my team, besides Memphis, who's 31 at the moment, because it's 2025. Besides that, I want to leave it there. Don't want to go too long, but thanks for watching. Like the video. If you enjoyed it, learned something, subscribe to YouTube channel if you're new. 2 links below, Facebook and Twitter, check that out. You will always get updates from me, 24 hours. As in the time that I upload, and I refresh the page with info. I will not upload every 24 hours, but I'll see you all Friday. Thanks for watching. Love you all.